Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hellllloooooo, and on this channel I talk about faith, career, relationships, lifestyle, and every other good stuff. So if this is your first time, thank you, and if you're a returning subscriber or returning viewer, please don't forget to check other content. And today we're going to be talking about something very juicy, and that's why we have this man back again on the channel.
He's not paid for the last one.
So if I've dragged him back, I just finished the shoot. That's why like my face is all glammed and looking very different. I really want to remove this makeup, but money for shoots and money for makeup was not waste, so must finish using the money. So we're going to be filming a how we met video, and I'm going to be sharing our God-Incidence story. So basically how we're going to do, like, we're going to be sharing different views. So this is how I met him and how he met me and all of that, and wherever we need to come in, we'll come in. I hope this video is going to be as short as it can be. Are you ready? So we met. So okay, so I wanted to do CIPM at one time, like CIPM certification, and so my colleague told me that there's this certification place. So my colleague told me that there's this school that he did his certification, and then they are the best and all of that, and they produce best students. And at that time now, first class was still shaking my head, so I'm like, okay, I mean, best school and best institute, we move. So I went there, and I started my class and all of that. And then one day while they were addressing us, they were like, oh, this school has been producing best students and all of that. And I'm like, they're like, oh, the person that the last set the institute produced, the best students was actually from this place. And I'm like, okay, I want to meet this person that actually had like the best degree or grades. I want to know what he did and all of that. And I'm like, fine, let me just go and meet the institute secretary. So I walked up to this woman. I'm like, please, can you give me this guy's number? And for some reason, the woman did not just find the guy's number. She didn't find the best student's number. And I kept on waiting. And while she was trying to like search, I walked up to the wall and I saw this frame that had like names on it. And the first name was John-Moteh. And I'm like, where is this John-Moteh? Why is his name the first one? Like, it was just a random question. And she was like, okay, he had like the best student in he was the best student in his set and all of that. So I can actually like collect his number because he's actually lecturing or facilitating in the institute. And I'm like, okay. While we're talking, I've never agreed though. While we're talking, this gentleman walks in, and the woman is like, hi sir, she wants to see you, or she's been waiting to see you. I'm like, waiting to see who? How am I waiting to see you? And that was how like she just left me like numb and embarrassed. And I'm like, guy, and this one is like, how may I help you? God, I'm like, how may you help me? Like, help me. Yes, do I need your help? And that was how we started chatting. And he was like, oh, he's late for his lecture, that he's going to get my number and he's going to give me a call back when he's done with his lectures. And that was by the end of the conversation. Fast forward like a few days later, I messaged him on LinkedIn. I was looking for him on all social media. I did not see. I don't know who is not on social media, and I saw him on LinkedIn finally. And I'm like, I mean, you didn't collect my number. I said it was going to get back to me. You didn't collect my number. I'm wondering, how do you want to get my number if you not collect my number? I'm like, okay, this is my number and all of that. Yes. So I legit threw myself at him before you come and tell you that you met me. I was the one that met him first. That's how I started the story. And so that's how I got his number, and then we started chatting. And after a while, like we saw for the first, like we saw again at the institute, and he was asking me some funny questions like, so what do you want? Friendship or mentorship, or why are we friends? Let's define this thing, like first day. And I'm like, what's doing this? Or why is this so uptight? Like, can't someone just be your friend like that? And I told him mentorship and friendship. I don't know what I was thinking about when I said that. And he was like, okay, fine. And so we started chatting. No, we were really chatting. And then one time like that, we were like, we need to meet. And I was like, and I booked the time to meet. I booked the time, booked everything, and I forgot. Like, I completely forgot that we're supposed to meet. And it was now when he now called me to say, oh, are we still down for them? I'm like, wow, I completely forgot. As in, it was just so, I really felt so bad. So I actually booked another one so that we could actually meet. And I mean, we kept on rescheduling till we finally met one day. I think like that was the beginning of our friendship. So where did you meet? I was actually how I met him.
So for me, you've said the bulk of the story, but I was coming from, I meant to facilitate another program. So I coming to the institute to take my session to just facilitate and then continue my day. Immediately I stepped in, I heard this is it. He's here already. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? And that was how the whole conversation started. I was late to deliver my lectures then, so I did not really have time to talk. I just said, okay, those were exchange numbers. And in fact, after the lecture, I didn't even wait to collect the number. I just moved.
That's the case of what I was thinking. What's wrong with this guy?
I was rushing to meet up with another program again. So I don't used to go on LinkedIn. That LinkedIn profile, I just add it then. I was
the one that even developed the LinkedIn at the end of the day.
At the end of the day. But I had an account. That's why people reached out to me. But the account was just very, very whack there. So she just went through the account and she chatted me up, and okay, that was how we got talking. We got chatting.
Chatting, actually.
Yes, that's how we got chatting. The next time I saw her, I wanted, what do you want? You know, you want to relate with the person that was the best student during his stage, blah, 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 blah. You understand? So what do you want? Is it academic advice you want? Do you want mentorship? Do you want friendship? Do you want mentorship and friendship? Because the truth is, if these are not defined, you won't know where and which boundaries.
Celebrate grace.
So you just to define boundaries. If it's academic ground, I'll just tell you the y dx is equal to. So you go and look for the remaining. So that was how we started though, and we got talking from there. We booked the first appointment just to talk, and sincerely just to talk neutrally on the reason for our meeting, the reason for us coming together to know each other, purpose for it actually. So we could not meet. We fixed another date again, and that particular day I think was on a Friday.
Yeah, it was on a Friday
and traffic was like, okay, this is not going to happen again. And this madam has already she was giving me warning. I don't work late at night. I don't go home late night. I don't keep late night. I was like, okay, probably if you're not fine with it, we can fix another day.
Yeah, I think we almost cancelled it safe.
We almost cancelled
it. But later I was like, let's just do this and just get it off.
So she was like, okay.
In my mind, I'm like, this is just going to be the last date. I'm just going to be done with this guy. Because he looked up to me as someone that was boring. So
that was how we just met, and as a good guy that I am,
I think the conversation was quite good for us to actually have like a better conversation. I think like keep on being friends with him. And after that, I just went a while. I wanted to actually be friends with him, trust me, but then I just did not see. I didn't want to force anything, so I just like kept mute, and it was mute. So him in his mind, he was thinking that me, I'm a big girl. But in my own mind, I'm like, I cannot. I mean, I've tried my best. I've not pushed. I've pushed enough. Picked it up from where I stopped, and Baba was like, sometimes we just ask me up. I'm like, hello, Jenny. Like this one, I don't even understand. This girl is a speck in the market, and she can't be. So a lot of people on the case, kind of telling me, how are you? What's that? So like, he's a great face. So I didn't respond for a long time until like, I think at that point, that was like, I think that was like the time where you actually had conviction. I think that was like the particular day that I had the conviction that this is the person that is supposed to get married to. That was the day I like messaged him to say, "Hi, what's up? I'm sorry I've not been chatting you up. It's just blah 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 blah." Yeah. So what was that part of the story?
So at that point, since I was not thinking about a relationship with her really, because I had this policy, and I said I was not going to have any relationship in any place that I am facilitating programs. I am not going to have relationship. And so whenever I'm coming, whenever I'm coming very friendly, but then just do my thing and leave, do my thing. I don't have people's number, really. So at that point, I was not even thinking about relationship. The person that I was targeting, we were in a training together. So the person was sitting, the person was targeting, did not rate him. The person was sitting close to me. So that was the person my mind was even going to. I had a training for like 1 month. So I met someone with friends, and I was like, okay, this one is just a neutral training, professional training. It's not that I'm facilitating or anything. So I was not, but at the point where it was like, so what if this person is your wife? I was like, no. I do someone that I don't even know. I don't even like attitude towards chat. I sent, okay, I even went, me, a whole me like this.
Pride.
I sent chats to you. Hi, how are you? It took you 3 days to respond.
Because friends.
And she told me that she does not like picking calls or chatting during work hours.
No, you made me break that rule.
Then I said, oh wow, you mean you I was like, okay, no problems. These are principles. Let's keep to
Let's see how it will carry it.
All of a sudden, she broke the principle. She chatted me during work hour. And, you know, it was even around the time I was just having a little bit of meditation and conviction. So that was when that chat dropped. I was like, okay, no way. Who is this person? Where is she coming from? And then, but then we were even very, very cool about it. We were silent about it. Just wanted things to happen naturally.
I think the largest I also like knew that there was a particular affection because, okay, so after I chatted him up, like, we started talking like constantly and all of that. We chat every other day. We call. And we started talking like frequently now, but we're still like friends for a long time because even though like I knew and I know he also knew that yes, that there's a likeness, and I also knew that yes, this guy is beginning to feel something for me. My mom said it at some point that this John is always calling me every time, like, so I knew that there was a likeness, but we're just very silent about it. We didn't say anything to each other. We just like kept on talking, and for me it was more of getting to know who he really is. Like, I was always, every now and then, I was always throwing a particular question to him, or either I would throw this question, or just like get to know his opinion about this particular like situation or issue, just like know the kind of person he is, and to know if I should continue, I should break it. I'm actually very sapiosexual. Like, I like people that are smart. So like for me, it was more okay. Yes, this guy is smart, so we can actually be friends. It wasn't even like relationship, and then that's how we like kept on deceiving ourselves journey until when one day like that we had a youth program in my church, and at that day, so a lot of people already just figured out that this is my boyfriend, so to say, or maybe fiance. No, not fiance because he has not proposed, like boyfriend. Because I don't really talk to like any guy. I don't talk about any guy. I don't post any guy's picture, all of that. And then all of a sudden, one guy is coming to church with me or came to meet me at church. And everybody just automatically figured that, oh, this is bro. And everybody started greeting him like, I know what I already understand. People just give mentality that I understand who he is. And then after, I think I was very uncomfortable that day. Like, it was so uncomfortable. And I was like, babe, I was like, was it babe I was calling? And I was like, John, are you comfortable? Or PMJ, are you comfortable? And he's like, yes, it's fine. I didn't know that it was something I was choking him in the mind that didn't allow him to be comfortable. And after when we were on the way home, that he was asking me that, so what were the things I learned from the program and all of that. And I mean, after I finished sharing our thoughts, when we go home, we had another conversation around that. And that was when bro made his mind known. So what was the defining factor for you?
The truth is, when I was coming, so I had a lot of things just worked for us, really. Because at the point, even before that program, at the point where I was going about my own stuff, I think I had a media interview. Then, so you even posted the flyer.
Yeah, we had become friends at that point.
We had become friends at that point. All of a sudden, I just realized that our cousin also.
Yeah, my cousin went to the same university. And they were even classmates.
They were classmates. We graduated together. We entered school together, graduated, and we never knew. We were friends in school, but I never knew that she's rated to be to my classmates. So at that point, I was like, okay, what's going on? As in, since it's just looking at like
a lot of people that knew me, that knew. Although we're in the same field, so that one is okay for people to know.
Yes, but you know.
People are approving, apart from even family link, people are approving. Like when someone says, oh, this person, like when someone suspects that we are together, they don't even, that time we don't say dating. When they suspect that we are together, like, oh, you're with the right person, do you get, like, everybody just kept on affirming that you people are just good together.
So so that day you invited me for a program, and I came from work, just dropped my bag at home, and I was like, okay, off I go.
And note, I don't like people coming body with me. So the fact that I said yes, come to church, when he asked me that, can I come to church? And I'm like, can I come to your church? I'm like, yes, you can come. As in, even me, I don't know why I said yes. I guess it was just the Holy Spirit trying to break the walls that I've created. Because I just created like a wall, a strong wall in my mind that no guy can come in. And so God just had to like, God had to unknowingly break those walls.
You mentioned it.
I even told you at some point, yes, I'm not in for any.
Go out with this, that you just want your personal space and everything. So I was surprised when she invited me. So when we got there, good enough is our professional marriage counselor.
That's what I was talking that day.
Talking that day. we never knew that anything was going to happen. We never knew that
Yeah.
she would be the one to take the professional counseling class. So we were talking, and we got there. Good enough, when I got there, nobody was sitting by her side. So I'm sure they kept that seat for me. So I went to sit down there. And after that, going home, we were just talking about, because really the program was not just it was not a church program really. It was more of it was a relationship program, and the woman was very, very raw. So we were just talking about the program and the likes. We got home, and I think she knew that I had something in mind to say. I don't just know how to say it.
Yeah.
So she was asking, and I was whining her. There are some people, they want to declare their intentions. They may just be looking for self.
I think that was just so irritating to me. I'm like, guy, talk this thing you want to talk. So, let's know, so that you can know. I guess he was scared because of the stories I've been telling him.
Yes. She has actually, okay, like when she become a friend, when she's not looking for mutual friendship, all of a sudden the guy just turned out to ask her out, and because of that, it's really dampens her spirit, and then she'll just be like, no, I just want friendship. So I cherish the friendship, and I don't want the talks about relationship to just break the friendship. So I had to be very, very careful. I had to be very, very careful about that. So I don't want to bring up that issue at all, so that I don't fall into the category of those guys. Or like if anything was going to happen, let it just happen naturally. And then she said, okay, they're looking for soft landing. So at the point, she now told me, what is in your mind? Talk. And I asked her out. The next question she asked me, okay, so did you die? I said no. So I was actually waiting for a call off. After that,
why would you even ask me? Or just like every other person?
Yes, exactly.
End the call.
I
guess this was just what I said. I guess the Holy Spirit had like worked on me to make sure that, because in this relationship, like, okay, I think we're going to get there, but like Holy Spirit had worked on me to make sure that I did not like become rude to him, because I mean I feel like that should be like my normal response should have been like, really, just like every other person, like what would you ask me about? At this point, even before he asked me out, I was already expecting him to ask me out. I was already suspecting that he was going to ask me out. So it was not a case of he was now speaking in parables. I was like, guy, say what you want to say. You don't have to like try to corner the thing. And then he now said, then he now asked me out, and this guy just went straight to the point. Can you be my I want to get into a relationship with you, marriage involved? And I'm like, whoa. Okay, so at this point, I already kind of knew. I had a feeling in my spirit that yes, this is it. But I had not, like, I was really scared to like really pray about it, because I didn't want a yes from God. So when he said that, like, again, it don't happen. And to a large extent, I just shrugged it off, and I told him that we're going to, I'll give him a response later. That was what we did, and then we now had like a whole long conversation. It was more of just like asking questions and all of that, and after that we just ended the conversation and we started talking like normally.
Yes, over the time. Talk about
this man had the effrontery to like tell his best friend and his sister about asking somebody that has not gotten a response, and he was not praying in mind. I should not hear it. No, how can you don't tell you? You don't want to hear me. You're not supposed to keep it to yourself.
My best friend, I told my best friend, I asked the girl out to. I told my sister, I asked the girl out to.
People should be praying for me.
I'm waiting for feedback, whether yes or no. And then, that.
Yeah, I think after a while, I just.
No, but the truth is that everything happened naturally. Because after that time, I asked you out. We never visited.
We never visited. We just left the conversation. Nobody was even talking about.
Good enough. There was no, it did not affect our communication, it did not affect our conversation.
Like, I'm very surprised. See, that's why I said that this relationship is just God inclined, God used.
It was just moving like that.
If you ask me out, our relationship is already bent. There's nothing that can happen again. Like, once I'm your friend and like ask me out, like, the relationship is already bent. So him asking me out and everything just went on smoothly. Like, we just ignored the fact that there's like a response waiting. It was just like, it was very different for me. And then one day like that, I think after that, I had started like speaking to God about it now, because he has made this intention and I could not just shrug it off. I started praying to God about it, and I had my convictions here and there, and And even my mom, I told my mom to like join me in prayer and all of that, and I had my conviction. If you don't see my conviction, you have to find out later. But basically, one of the major things that stood out for me was the fact that I'm not going to say peace of mind, but everything seemed right. So I'd written like what I wanted during one of my quiet time, like long before, I think when I was even in uni. I'd written like my what I wanted in a life partner. And even early that year, I had written what I wanted in life. Now we're talking about 2019. Now I'd written what I wanted in life partner. I'd written everything down, and I brought out the list. And just during my quiet time, also when I was praying about it, I mean, God also like Holy Spirit ministered to me to like bring out that list, and I brought out that list, and I saw that it ticked like most of the boxes, except from the ones that like very physical, like, you know how you want to say, okay, I need someone that is extremely taller than me, I need someone that has dimples, all those kind of things. Yeah, so those are like the very fickle things. Those ones were like the only things that you didn't tick, and I'm like, oh, these are things that we can actually walk around, right? I wanted someone that had like 6 packs and all dress fashion, beard, and as we don't have it, you can use beard oil to grow the beard, right? The 6-pack will work on it, will pump it. So like there are things that we can actually walk around. So I'm like, okay, this is the physical part of my list is sorted. And okay, yeah, so actually at the end of the day, when I had like this very, very strong conviction in my mind, I started a relationship. At that point, the point when I told him that, so that day I actually called him, and I wanted to like be sure beyond reasonable doubt. You know how sometimes God does not have just one person for you. Like there can be like, you know, like this is your life partner and this must be your life partner all the rest of your life. Like if you don't marry this person, you are done for. No, but to large extent, God has like his will for us that will like be the best. But if you don't also go with something that will not go to have like the best, do you understand? So I wanted to like see like the physical things around the relationship. First, I started going to spiritual. Do you understand? So I started asking him questions: his personality, love language, his views about a lot of things, and he answered to. I mean, this man is not even an African man. Like the response he was giving me was just, and it was not like I was asking him questions that actually like will make him feel like, oh, this baby is putting me on the hot spot or something related to that. It was more of, what do you think about this particular kind of thing, or this thing is happening, like what would you have done if you get like a real life situation, something that we can both see that is happening to like someone, and we're like just sharing our views about it, and his views were so deep and so sensible. I'm like, yes, this is actually the kind of person I want to settle with. And I gave my response that day, and the devil tried. Oh my God. See, after I gave my response, it just felt like as if the little likeness I had for him just went to 8. Like I was just irritated by everything that was happening. Like everything was happening very fast, because in less than 1 week, I knew everybody that was important to him. In 1 week, he was so deliberate and intentional about his relationship, and it was really new to me. So I felt like, and the way which was going fast, I mean, that's what every girl wants, right? The guy is not hiding anything from you, he's showing you off to everybody, he's really serious about leading, like getting married to you and all of that. And but then to me it was like, what's doing this one? Like why you rushing? And I guess I was just there, but I had to like start praying about it seriously. And then I got a Bible verse. It was at that point, so I entered the relationship before I was so sure that this is the person I'm going to get married to. But at that point, when I started feeling the 8, and I spoke to him about it, like communication is okay, I spoke to him about it, and he was like, you know what, if you want me to give you time, I'm going to give you time. Just go with your flow. And so at that point, when I was really going my flow, I went to pray to God about it, and God gave me like, that was when God gave me like a Bible verse and all of that. And yes, at that point I knew that yes, hobby of land. So yeah.
Okay, so at the point when you said you gave the go ahead that yes, we can start a relationship,
we even prayed, like we had to pray that night.
Yeah, we had to pray that night.
Started praying
to the hands of God. So at that point, there was no secret again about it, because when you are going to settle it, there is no need keeping secrets about that. So why not? I'm very intentional with my relationship, and I mean, I like whatever I'm doing. I just love to do it well, and everyone will know that okay, this is what I'm doing. So I told my friends, I told people, and I told everyone like that. When she told me that she would like to have some space, this, that, she told me a lot of things and everything. I said, okay, no problems. Take your time. Take your time. And at that point, you know, it was dwindling. Sometimes she would come up, sometimes she would go down, sometimes, you know, a lot of uncertainties and everything. But what really kept me going was that I knew that I had the convictions was her.
Yeah, you had the conviction.
So it kept me going. So all those periods I was not killing her, I did not delete her number. I will still call her. If she likes, she will pick my call. If she doesn't,
like God, I really stress this man. So a particular time I would get food for me, bring it to my house, and I'm like, did I send you? Bear in mind that this was in the relationship. He would do so many things, and I'll be like, I didn't send. Like it was just irritating to me. It was really like it was like it was looking perfect, and me, I was trying to look for red flag in all of this. Like someone being perfect, I was like, how can somebody be perfect? And it was just the devil, because really the devil just wants to steal our joy away. Because what is wrong in somebody actually being perfect to you? Like what is wrong in, like, even his imperfection looking perfect to you? Like, I mean, this is someone you're going to spend the rest of your life with. He's kind, he's caring. It's not like he's doing anything extra or over the, just like I've been so used to on nice people that I begin to see the normal as abnormal, basically.
So at that point, I just had to. What kept me going was the fact that so she should not define who you are. Her actions should not define who I am. So I had to keep doing it. Understand? And the fact is that I've heard people say it, and it's something that I've stick to my heart, that a woman will not show you love. It is your responsibility as a man to love. The Bible says, husband, love your wife. Wife, submit to your husband. Right? And I know that women are incubators. Keep sowing the seed of love, and then one day it will germinate and she will start reciprocating. In a situation where she refused to reciprocate, she's not going to be that I made it not to work. It will be that I did my best, but she was not just received. She was not just how will I put the word?
Being a recipient of the love.
Of the love. Yeah.
So we continued. So we continued the relationship, and later on I came up. I mean, he gave me time, and later on I came up and all of that, and the relationship started officially, and the relationship started officially, and then we started nurturing it and all of that. And and after that point, we started talking about marriage, about a lot of things, and we started growing. And one of the things that also, and even after the relationship like became okay and all of that, I still kept on asking God, God, I need you to give me like a very strong conviction, because I had peace of mind, but I just felt like peace of mind was, peace of mind was the first thing that really made me to settle in. But I still felt like peace of mind, even though I had peace of mind, I had the Bible verse, I had other people, other conviction for other people, but I still like wanted like something else that God can like hold forth, like I hold on to, and hold God by the hand and say, this is it. And after at that point, I spoke with like another person about it, and she gave me some understandings with this my own marriage thing. And after that, basically one of the major things that now stood out from was the fact that every time we commit something into the hands of God, like every time we say, God, this is what we want to do, it always comes true. Like it always comes true.
Absolutely.
That was one thing that helped me know that yes, in this relationship, God is in it. Like God has 100% on this relationship, because every time we say, God, this is what we want to do, it always comes through. And don't worry, I'm going to share my testimony with you going forward. But basically, that was how we like started dating. And then after like a year and some months, I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but after a year and some months, he decided to propose, and here we are, planning our wedding. So this is basically how we met, and it's a God-Incidence story, because it was not who you were supposed to see in the first instance
At all.
It was supposed to be someone else, and he just walked in. So imagine if I had sat down there and I did not stand up. It was just God, because everything was just orchestrated. It could not have been coincidence. I'm not going to take it as coincidence. This is just God. This is just God saying, stand up, do this. Also, even if I had seen the name, the secretary didn't have to say, oh yeah, the secretary didn't have to like be loud about it. She could have just ignored and just say, oh, this is John-Moteh, and all of them could have just talked and just left. But then God kept on pushing us to like have conversation. Because at the time he was also getting irritated with my attitude, and I was like, what was wrong with this one, Seth? He could have just like shocked me off. Do you understand? But God kept on making us be persistent, and kept on bringing us back together. And then here we are, basking in his love, enjoying his grace. And going forward, people are going to keep seeing us. This man is a well of wisdom, so you are going to keep seeing his face on this channel after the wedding. Thank you very much for watching to the end. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you watch to the end, please put that you watch to the end. I want to know. Let's know the kind of videos you want us to film. I want to film a wedding Q&A. I'm not going to be filming with him because someone does not have time. You have to legit drag him here. So maybe when we start staying together, we'll be filming the video together. But for now, I'm going to be the one filming the Q&A video. And what else? What do you have to say to my subscribers and to the viewers? Okay, please. We need you to subscribe. Apart from subscribe, like what do you have to say about marriage, like about this subject topic? Okay, so the truth is that marriage is actually very, very deep, and there's no one size fits all. Yes, that one is okay. This is the way. We can just only learn, and for each person going through any relationship or going through marital process, the fact is that everybody has his own manual, everybody has his own map. Yes, we were, through the grace of God, we were able to identify our own map, identify our own manual, and we are sticking. God is helping us to stick to it, and that's what has brought us this far. Some people would have actually, when she said she wanted some break and everything, should have actually, some people, that's what scatters their relationship. But for us, it's just our process, and God just helped us through the process. So trust God for your own process. Everyone has a process. Trust God for even if you are watching this and your story seems like ours, it doesn't mean like you have to now go with what we went through. No. Trust God for your own process. And go through your process. And you will see, once you are in your own process, the grace to scale through the process will be given to you. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please, for my sake, please. To the next time you watch me, remain in God so and that she will pay me. I love you all. Bye. I love you. Bye.